opponent in this game will be Mandu Punch. He's ranked 3rd in the Dagoth Lima Platinum Division, 750 points, 62 wins, 56 losses. The map is Blistering Sands. I spawn in the northeast position as the red Protoss. Mandu spawns in the southwest position as the blue Protoss. Typically I'm on the lookout for a fast 2-gate zealot push, so I want to send my first scout out after a 9 pylon. Making probes. Alright, throwing down the pylon, a little bit late. He throws down his, sends his scout as well. The zealots, which are about to get nerfed in the next patch, tend to be quite a problem if someone 2-gates and pushes really hard, so it's important if you're playing against Protoss to scout out for those early 2-gates. And also, I send my probe down and scouted outside my natural to make sure that he wasn't doing proxy gates. I've been beaten on this map by proxy gates before right outside my base. I'm going to chrono boost 2 of my drones here. Put down a 12-gate. He's got the same idea. He actually threw down a gas beforehand. When I make it into his base, I see the gas, see the gate, figure he's probably going to go for some sort of warp gate push, which was my initial plan as well. I throw down my gas. His gas is probably a little bit early. He's got the 50 gas right now for the warp gate technology. He's not even halfway done his gateway. My gas is probably going to be a little bit more on time. It's going to have the 50 gas as soon as the gateway or the cybernetics core comes up. Using my early boosts on probes. He's sort of in my base, being annoying, seeing what I'm going to throw down as my second building here. He's going to see if I'm going to push out an early zealot. He hasn't thrown. Well, here he goes. Throw down my cybernetics core. He does the same. Again, he's pretty high on the gas right now. Probably a little bit behind on the minerals, and maybe even probe count. Yeah, see, he's 4 behind on the probe count since he went for that early gas. I'll just keep pushing out probes. And now you see I have my 50 gas and my cybernetics core is not even up yet. So I'll be right on time, push the warp gate tech as well as probably a stalker out once my cybernetics core comes up. His finishes, he's at 200. 50 gas almost, starts the warp gate right away, and I guess starts a sentry. Probably a pretty good strategy against Protoss if I'm going 2 gateway, and zealots, he can force field out the zealots, doing a little more scouting, see if he's got any more gateways coming up. I threw down a proxy. It's pretty important in any sort of gateway or warp gate play that you have a proxy so you can reinforce your army quickly. I really want to get rid of this this probe here. It's pretty annoying. So he's kind of queued up a lot of movement. It's really difficult for me to get to him. I have both a probe and 2 zealots on him at this point. I really want him dead. That way he can't really see whether I'm going to throw up a robotics bay or just go more gates. I'm sort of getting pretty high on the minerals at this point. I want to kill this probe and then throw down a robotics bay. He does the same. He's only running off 1 gate right now. So if I went a lot of gates and pushed, I might be able to break through. I kind of splurge on a pylon, gateway, and geyser at this point to get rid of some of the excess. Keep pushing out my warp gate tech. He actually doesn't use his chrono boost on warp gate. He should have, even though he started warp gate a little bit before me. Mine's going to actually finish first because I've used the chrono boost, and I'm still way ahead on probes. Check it out, 7 probes at this point. Early game, pushing out 750 minerals to his 420. Just a huge advantage in terms of pushing out units from these gateways. I throw up my robotics facility a little bit late. He's got his first observer heading towards my base. Really small force at this point. probably about even to mine, but I've got so many more buildings that can produce units. He's just throwing now a second gateway. I'm working on my fourth gateway and my robotics. Again, trying to keep the minerals down, warp in some stalkers. At this point, I kind of feel like it's important to push out, see what he has. I have a small army. 4 stalkers, 3 zealots. He's got probably an army that can't hold up to it. At this point, I see the ripples in my base, though. I see the observer. I want to get rid of that. I hate when people camp observers in my base. So I'm going to push out an observer of my own. Probably chrono boost it here. Pull my army back. He's going to follow my army. Pretty good strategy. You can see the enemy troop movement. But as my observer comes up, I'm just going to trail my army to my observer and kill his. He's got a first immortal out. I should probably be getting an immortal out as well to deal with any stalkers he might have. So now I have the observer advantage. I should send that observer straight to his base to see what he's going for. Again, still just the 2 gateways. Not a lot of harvesters. I have 31 at this point. He's still got the 26. He's caught up a little bit, but my early advantage has really helped me mass together an army. It's a lot bigger. 62 to 48, though a little bit of that is the probe advantage. So I'm going to move out here. It's been relatively quiet besides sending that observer. I'm interested in what he's going for. I haven't scouted any of his buildings besides the 1 gateway, so I don't know if he's got a 4 gate going. I don't know if he's got a Stargate going up. So I got observer heading in. He's got his army going. Replaced his observer. Probably pretty smart. Gonna move out with my army here. Since he's not moving out, I'm gonna take the opportunity to throw up an expansion. Again, being really aggressive with the expansion. I have pressure outside his base. I see his observer again. Pull back my observer. I'm going to kill this this pylon. Hopefully supply cap him a little bit. Not quite, but well, yeah, he can't create any more units with just 1 more supply. I see his army moved here. Again, I haven't scouted his natural at all. I'm just going to pull back. Happy to do that little bit of damage. I'm going to send my observer to his natural, see if he has an expansion as well. Mine's about 3/4 of the way done. Warping in some pylons, I sort of supply cap myself a little bit as well. Got a Colossus coming out, which it hasn't started yet. At this point, I'm pretty convinced he's just going gateway units from what I saw with the observer. That's why I'm pushing out the Colossus. I'm going to attack the back rocks here. I saw his expansion here. What I'm hoping to do with this attack is push in a little bit here, make him react with his army, which he's going to do here, which I really like to do with this this map. He canceled a pylon he had here. Now he's going to move his army to defend against a push from my army. He's going to warp in some extra units. So he's not really sure where I'm coming from. So I'm taking this opportunity to push this pylon. He has to cancel the expansion here. Let's see how far that was done. Halfway done his expansion. He's got 26 harvesters still in my 35. So he cancels his expansion. I kill this pylon. I decide to poke here, hopefully catch him on the ramp a little bit. I'm focusing fire down with my immortals, down these stalkers best I can. The immortals do so much damage to the stalkers. Stalkers are just dying here left and right. He's warping in more units. Probably not going to catch him this time. Going to pull back, hopefully pull back. Get to my last immortal. Here he should probably wait for 1 more set of stalkers and then push out. I had my Colossus finished up and I had it rallied to my army, so coming back to my my expansion here. I need to get this saturated. creating probes, both Nexus. I need to pull off, half these probes, saturate my natural. Pushed out, recovered pretty decently with a nice size army here.